In today's video, we're gonna be talking about my luxury unpopular opinions. I really like this topic and I got the idea for this video from Dale's Addiction. I will link her video below. I wanna talk about all things luxury, including brands and luxury YouTube. So nobody will be spared. If you're easily triggered or bothered by these type of videos, make sure you click out. For the rest of you, let's get started. My first unpopular opinion is that not all luxury purchases are good investments. So I always hear people refer to luxury items as an investment. The good thing about luxury is that there is a higher value. If I buy a contemporary bag, more than likely when it comes time to sell, I'm not gonna get very much because I didn't pay very much. With luxury brands like Chanel and Hermes, because they have a higher purchase price, you will be able to sell and get more money back, but that's usually because you spent $8,000 to $10,000 on a bag, and of course you're not gonna get back $5. That being said, I'm tired of people saying that luxury is always a good investment. It's not. I actually made a video about that. I don't think that luxury is always a good investment. Truthfully, I don't think luxury is usually a good investment. I do think that there's an inherent value of luxury, but there are just certain colors and combinations that will appreciate, thus making it a good investment, and others are just a crapshoot. Let's say when it comes to Chanel, people always say that a medium classic flap in the black color is a good investment. Truthfully, there's a lot of variables that go into whether or not it's a good investment. If you were gonna buy a Chanel medium classic flap, if you live in the United States and you get black caviar, that is universally considered a good investment. Lambskin is second. Patent leather, we're not even gonna talk about patent leather. When it comes to brands like Hermes, a black Birkin 30 with gold hardware is almost usually always a good investment unless it's really, really bad leather. Because of the black is a classic color, you're gonna get greater appreciation and a higher resale value than, let's say, an electric blue Birkin in the same size and hardware. It just is. Do not listen to people tell you that all luxury is a good investment. Luxury is not all the same. Similar to stocks, certain brands of luxury are just worth more than others, and that makes it a better investment. And specifically, there are certain bags, color combinations, materials that will always be a good investment, and others just leave it be alone. Trends change. Right now, black Chanel classic flaps in caviar are gold. But who knows, in 10 years, that may not be the case. So that's my unpopular opinion. Luxury is not always a good investment. Don't believe the hype. So my next luxury unpopular opinion is about YouTube. I think there are too many luxury unboxings. I'm sorry. I'm tired of the Hermes journey videos. I'm tired of people who have 10 Birkins doing a big unboxing video for every Birkin they buy. If it's your first Birkin, I definitely want to see it. I want to hear how you did it. That's like having your first kid. No offense to middle children. I get it. I'm the third child. By the time I was born, my parents weren't as excited about having children. By your third Birkin or Kelly, I would rather you put them in maybe a haul video. Yeah, I don't need it. I do think that there are too many unboxing videos, but I understand why. Unboxing videos get clicks, they get views. As somebody who's monetized on YouTube, that's where the money is, right? I occasionally do unboxing videos, and what I realize is most of the people who are coming to watch an unboxing video just want to see the money shot. Just want to look in your bag and be like, what'd you buy? And they're gone. They're not really invested in you. That's not how you want to build a following on YouTube. There are a few influencers that it makes sense to me about. So I follow Tamara. Tamara is a luxury YouTuber. She's worked with all of the big brands, and so I understand why she buys this stuff. She goes to a lot of high-end luxury events, and unfortunately, clothes from Zara are not going to cut it when you're at a Gucci runway show sitting front row. There's certain people that I'm subscribed to on YouTube, but they unbox so much that I just always skip their unboxing videos and only watch the videos that are interesting to me. Let me know, are you getting tired of the luxury unboxings? Because I know I am, but there seems to still be an appetite for it. Let me know. So my next unpopular opinion when it comes to luxury is that expensive doesn't always equal quality. And for those that don't know, I'm talking about you, Chanel, especially Chanel post-pandemic. So I like vintage Chanel. All the vintage bags that I've seen just have a higher quality of leather, hardware, what have you. So back in the day, Chanel was expensive, but we're talking about a couple $1,000s versus the $10,000. So today's March 5th of 2023. Chanel has just had a major price increase last week. Most of their bags went up, especially the medium classic flap. I think the percentage increase was somewhere between 15 to 18%. When most people think of luxury, they do think of expensive. I was having this conversation with friends and I was saying that actually for luxury, you're often paying for the design. Meaning it's very expensive to come up with unique designs of things. Somebody had to come up and create the classic flap. Most brands are not creating unique bags. There are some smaller contemporary designers that are coming out with unique brands, unique designs. Like I love the Gucci Dionysus and I think it's the YSL Cape. These bags are just inspired, I'll use the word inspired, are inspired by the Chanel classic flap. But most brands are creating duplicates and the expensive price is more based on the brand and not the quality. So it is what it is. My next unpopular opinion about luxury is that expensive doesn't always equal taste. Taste is a very subjective thing. I think a lot of people feel like if they spend a lot of money on an item, that means it's in good taste. Most brands are trying to cater to consumers throughout their price spectrum, so you will see things that are questionable, is what I'll just say. A lot of these luxury brands make very gaudy things, and the reason why is that they know people are going to buy them. Everybody has different things that they're attracted to. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble if I go a little bit deeper, but I'm just going to say the taste is very, very different, and just because you spend a lot of money on something, don't mean you have good taste. And I'll leave it at that. So my next luxury unpopular opinion has to do with influencers and YouTube. So sometimes I'll watch a luxury YouTube video, especially an unboxing, and I'll wonder, does the YouTuber / influencer really like the item, or is it just for content? I love to watch people's end of the year good and bad purchases videos. So 95% of the time, I'm usually correct. When I see something that somebody's bought and I flag it as a bad buy right off the bat, it'll usually pop up in the video at the end of the year. It is what it is. I have a YouTuber friend. Sometimes we will have conversations about something that somebody's purchased, and I'll just tell her, I don't think they actually like the item. I think it's content. YouTube is a very, very competitive thing. I have a full-time job, but let's say the luxury for YouTube was my full-time job. I would probably be pressured to buy certain things that people are talking about just because you need to have content for your videos. And so I totally understand it. I almost wish that luxury YouTubers would be upfront and say, hey, this is not my usual style. I wanted to buy this so I could have an in-hand review. Sneaker people do it all the time. They get sneakers in hand. Sometimes they'll tell you like, hey, this is not my usual size. I got it from a friend, whatever. In the luxury handbag space, people are buying bags that you already know they're not enthused about. I would rather you say, I'm just trying this bag out. More than likely, I'm gonna return it because it's not really my style. But I'm a YouTuber and this is my job to give you guys reviews, and this is why I bought it. I would appreciate that. But buying bags and saying that this is, you love the bag and you think it's great just to return it or to sell it later on, you can keep that. So my next unpopular opinion is that I think that a lot of luxury YouTubers have a shopping addiction. Don't shoot the messenger, because the reason I have this unpopular opinion is because I feel like I have not a shopping addiction. Shopping does release endorphins. Actually not even shopping. I feel like going to stores, touching luxury items, just being around beautiful items, it lifts my mood so much. So being able to bring things home is just the icing on the cake, right? So I recently did a video talking about my no buy list because I felt like I had too much. Now, I don't feel like I have enough luxury items. I can always add more, I can. But when it came to clothing and other items, I just felt like you have more than enough. You have overflow, Cathy. I feel like when it comes to luxury, I think there's like really two main types of people. There are collectors and curators. I am definitely a curator. I want a very, very narrow subset of things. For example, I would never buy a Chanel 22, where a Chanel collector may be like, well, I need to have this bag in order to have a complete collection of Chanel items. In my mind, I don't think a Chanel 22 is gonna be a bag that lasts long. I don't think a Chanel 22 is gonna last beyond 2025, but it's definitely a specific moment in time of the Chanel lineage. So I understand why a collector would buy it. It's just two different ways of approaching things. I have a couple of friends who are collectors when it comes to luxury, and to me, it's too much. It is too much. My mother is definitely a person who I feel like has a shopping addiction, so I've seen the shopping addiction up close and personal. So that's why I look at YouTube and I'm like, yeah, she's my mother. So I also see those traits in myself. So I know that I get these overbuying traits and shopping and things like that from her. Shopping is like any other addiction. I sometimes have to check in with myself, like, am I buying this because I really like it, or am I buying it because I need something to pick me up? My next luxury unpopular opinion is that some people will buy anything as long as it's a designer brand and expensive. When it comes to buying luxury, I think there's really two camps. So the camp that I fit in is the people who really consider an item. Usually if I'm buying a luxury item, I've thought about it, done the research, compared all the other brands, compared prices, compared deals, compared shipping prices. I've done the legwork. Not everybody's like that. I recently had a friend, she was looking for a small leather good, and we kind of talked about what she was looking for, and I asked her, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep looking online? And she's like, no, I'm just gonna go into the store, and whatever they have in store, I'm just gonna buy. Now, I don't get down like that. I don't really get down like that when it comes to luxury. A lot of people think that luxury is equated to the brand. To me, luxury is all about the design, the craftsmanship, the materials. It doesn't need to be a brand. There are a lot of designers out here making very luxurious items that aren't Gucci, Fendi, Chanel, what have you. I'm okay purchasing those types of items as long as they're made out of luxury materials and handcrafted or, made from artisans. I'm not one of those people that has to say a brand name in order for me to consider it luxury. I don't like a lot of labels. I'm one of those people, if you know, you know. When I'm older, I'm definitely gonna be one of those women walking around in Brunello Cucinelli, quietly gonna be wearing a $10,000 outfit and another $10,000 bag, but nobody's gonna know because it's just gonna be very, very quiet luxury. I aspire to that. I don't aspire to a lot of labels unless you're paying me. I do like Chanel, but that's because my name is Cathy with the C, and anything with the C, I'm a sucker for. If Chanel had two B's, I might not be so enthused. I'm just saying. It's not all about Chanel either. I could definitely do all the other C names. We're talking about Celine, Chloe, Coach, not so much, but you get my drift. So those were some of my luxury unpopular opinions. Let me know in the comments what's your luxury unpopular opinion. In this video, I talked about luxury, shopping, and a little bit of excess. I've decided to have a no-buy list for this year. If you're interested in what exactly I'm not gonna buy, I'm gonna link that video here. All right, see you next time. Bye.